All right, everybody, welcome back and bear down. Probably the most exciting top 30 video to make, but also the most discouraging because the likelihood of us landing Marvin Harrison Jr. is pretty nil at this point, in my opinion. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's review him anyways. As we know from DJ Moore's interviews in the locker room, he is associated with DJ Moore, and if you watch during the season on Instagram, on different places, he was supporting DJ Moore, and DJ Moore's made some comments, and they liked each other's stuff a little bit. But when asked about it in the locker room, he said, yeah, I know him. We were on the same team. Well, they were in the same sports facility on the same team, but didn't play together. I mean, there's an age gap there, but they know each other. They know of who each other are, and they've got some affiliation there. And then DJ Moore talked about how having him on the other side of the field would open things up and having 2,000-yard receivers. Well, then we picked up Keenan Allen. So, there's some different stuff there. But lots of stuff here if you want to pause it. I'm not going to read through all this, but the reality is Marvin Harrison Jr. is a special freaking athlete. Comes from the bloodline, comes from his dad, who obviously is a Hall of Famer with the Colts. But he's even bigger than his dad. So he has the entire combination from everything, from his IQ, his route running, his speed, his hands. He doesn't drop anything. I'll show you his drop rate, but it's really skewed this year because one game that was in the pouring rain, he had multiple drops. You take that one game away, and that's what I like to do is take things in context. Take that one game away, and he's among the league best. He only had one other drop besides that. It would have been a 3 or 4% rate over the entire year, and he was the hardest person on himself for that game. He beat himself up and said he expects perfection. In fact, last year, he went through a streak that was almost historic for not ever dropping the ball. And then it snapped and he was hard on himself again. He expects perfection out of himself, which is a huge thing. So as you see, the Arizona Cardinals have already hosted him on a top visit, with the Cardinals having multiple visits in the top 40, 3 in the top 40. I don't see how they don't pick him up. They can address other needs with those other 2 picks in the late 20s and in the early 30s. So I think it's pretty foregone right now that he's going to be a Cardinal. But there is speculation because he sat out of the combine. He sat out of his pro day. He didn't do any of that. And the biggest reason, I don't think a lot of people have caught this, right up at the top, Marvin Harrison Sr., if you read that part, said he's trying to put his son into NFL conditioning mode right now. Doesn't want him overexerting, doesn't want to do all the testing drills and all that stuff. His body of work has already proven itself. It's already proven who he is, so he doesn't need to do all this other stuff. And there's some truth to that. So he's having him be in rest mode like other NFL players are right now. If you think about that, other NFL players go through their resume. They go through their routine. They go through what they're doing right now of rest, vacation, family time, workouts, rest, workouts, until OTAs start back up. And then they're going to be right back into the grind. So his dad probably has him doing some workouts and doing different things, but who better to know from than your dad? So he hasn't hired an agent, just like Caleb Williams. His dad can pretty much coach him through the process at this point, especially on a rookie deal when the contract figures are basically set. I'm all in favor of that. You don't need an agent taking 5-10% of your money when it's already locked in for the first 4 or 5 years. So I don't have any problems with any of that stuff. He's still going to meet with teams, which is huge. Just like Caleb Williams, these guys are the most elite of the elite. And in fact, if you rank these guys out, Marvin Harrison Jr. is considered the best prospect in this draft. He's the number 1 prospect ahead of Caleb Williams. He's the most generational. So he's really the special talent in this class. So why is he going to do that for every team? Well, he went and got measured, he did a lot of stuff, but now he's coming to Halas Hall today. He's going to meet with the team. He's going to do his medical. He's going to do his cognition. He's going to go through the plays. He's going to do his workout. He's going to do all the stuff with them to show them that he's worthy of being a Chicago Bear. How that would work, I have no idea, because trading up to from 9 to 3 doesn't make sense to me. And that's where you'd have to go, because New England could be willing to trade back. We won't get to the hypotheticals, but that's a lot of draft capital for a team that I don't think should be spending that, because we're not complete yet. We still need to address several needs. But here is in no particular order. The top 4 in this draft, Marvin Harrison Jr. would be clearly number 1. Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze 2 and 3, whatever order you want to put them in. Brian Thomas Jr. 4. This was ranked in order of contested catch rate. Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't have a problem with contested catch rate. He's 43.3. His drop rate, like I said, one game was bad. Fast 40 time, huge size. I mean, he's built like an NFL wide receiver. The comparisons to him are anywhere from A.J. Green, you look at the bottom left there, to Calvin Johnson and Larry Fitzgerald, Julio Jones. I mean, true Hall of Fame talents, and he's being compared to them. So he should have a marvelous NFL career. He's one person that you should say, yep, this is blue chip, not going to have a problem here. We can plan on him being wide receiver one on the team. Even with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, I truly believe he could eventually be wide receiver one on this team. Maybe not right off the bat, but he would take it over pretty quick. That's the talent level that Marvin Harrison Jr. has. So very, very special talent. Model of consistency all throughout college. He's going to be a staple in the NFL. How the Bears snag him, I don't know. I wish there was a way. I really wish there was a way for us to get Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. Hey, maybe the Bears are throwing some blinders on everyone, and we'll trade down to 2 with Washington and take Marvin Harrison Jr. and pick up a quarterback at 9. Just kidding, guys. I know we're past that point, but got to throw a little humor into it to start your day off. But Marvin Harrison Jr., true generational talent. Wish there was a way for him to put that uniform on right there, become a Chicago Bear. I don't know how it can be done, but if I trust anybody that could pull it off, King Poles might be able to pull this off. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Hopefully it should be a good visit today. Hope you guys start off to a great week and a great day. And until next time, bear down.